Hey, hi, welcome back to our Cisco SD-WAN course. In this video, we are going to install the enterprise root certificate which we have generated in one of our earlier videos into the vManage. In case if you haven't watched that video, the link is here to the same. Followed by that, we will generate a CSR for the vManage from the vManage GUI and submit it to the enterprise CA server to get a signed certificate. Once the signed certificate for the vManage is available, we will upload the same back to vManage. Okay, let's go. Just a moment. The playlist for this complete Cisco SD-WAN course is available in the description box below and also here in the cards. To encourage me, please do like, share and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell icon so my effort will reach you on time. The first step is uploading the enterprise root certificate into the vManage GUI and then setting the CSR attributes. If you remember, we have already completed this step in the previous video. I will walk you through those settings once again. We will generate a CSR for the vManage itself and then download the same and then upload the CSR into the XCA certificate authority in our lab, and then we will sign that CSR and we will generate a signed certificate. Followed by that, we will collect the signed certificate and upload it back to the vManage so that vManage can install the signed certificate for himself. So let's start here. Okay, here I am in the vManage dashboard. Let me just go to administration settings and let me scroll down here in under the controller certificate authorization. If you see, we already have the root certificate uploaded and also we do have the certificate signing request details already populated, right? The CSR properties. Okay, let me close this. Let me get into the vManage SSH and then show you the certificate status there as well. In the vManage SSH, let me do show certificate root CSR, right? If you remember, I have shown this in the earlier video as well. There is a root certificate available, right? The enterprise root certificate is available. And then if I show you show control local properties, let me do this. Let me scroll up. Okay. If you see here, root certificate is installed, but it doesn't have a signed certificate, right? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to get him a signed certificate. We'll come back and validate this once we have installed the signed certificate. Okay, here in GUI, let me go to configuration and devices first. And under controllers, if you see, we do have the vManage only, and then there is no templates assigned and certificate status. If you see, it's not installed, right? Also, if I go to configuration certificates, under controllers, we see the vManage, but we don't see any expiration date or any certificate serial number also. So we are going to get him a certificate now. So let's start off. Let me click here and then generate a CSR, right? Here you go. So the CSR is generated. I'm going to download that CSR. Remember, if this was a Cisco PKI based certificate authority model, this CSR would have been automatically submitted to the Cisco server. Okay, since this is our enterprise based certificate authority model, we have to do every step manually. Let me close this. The CSR is already downloaded. Let me show you where the CSR is downloaded. Here, if you see, I do have the vManage CSR. Now, let me bring up the XCA server and get this signed. Here in the XCA server, first we have to get into the certificate signing request. Click import from downloads. Here it is, the CSR. I have imported the CSR successfully. Make a note of this name, right? vManage-E0817. Okay, why I have requested you to remember this name is, say for example, if you have multiple vManage or multiple vSmart vBond, right? When you manage those certificates in the XCA software, you might have to find this vManage, right? The corresponding one with this name. So it's always advisable to save that common name so it will be easy for you to refer back at any given time. In my case, I have only one, so it doesn't matter that much. Now, let me right click on this and click sign. So let's start off with the first tab, source tab. If you see, sign this certificate signing request, which is the CSR is selected already, and the correct vManage common name is selected. So if I click on the drop down, anyway, I have only one. In your case, you might have many. Always make sure you have selected the correct one which you are working for. The next step is use this certificate for signing. So I'm going to select which root certificate going to be used for this specific signing. So I have selected our root certificate which we have already created. Okay, the next step, let's click on extensions. Type is going to be end entity and critical subject key identifier. And I'm gonna sign this for 3 years. The validity of the certificate is going to be 3 years. Keep an eye on this 2023. When I click apply, it's gonna change to 25, which is 3 years from now. I think we are good in this tab. Let's click key usage, select digital signature, key encipherment, followed by Netscape, all these 3 CA, and then nothing in advanced and nothing in commons. Okay, we can click OK now. You see, successfully created the certificate, right? So let's click OK. Now let's click the certificates tab. When I expand this root certificate, you see under that root certificate, I do have the signed certificate. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on that and export. So now I'm going to export this to my downloads folder. And this export format is going to be PEM. Let's click OK. Let me go back to my downloads. You see here, we do have a X509 certificate now, right? So let's get back to our vManage GUI and upload this certificate. So here in vManage GUI, let's click on install certificate and select a file. I'm going to navigate to the certificate which we have created. Select all files, select the vManage. Yep, here you see, right? The certificate is imported. Let me install. The certificate installation task is successful. Let me get back to the certificates page. Under controllers, here you go. Let me expand a bit. CSR generated and installed and vBond updated. So this is the status you want to see the controllers in. And also if you note here, there is an expiration date which is 16th Feb 2025. If you remember, this is the expiration date which we have provided in the XCA software when we are signing the certificate. And if you see, there is a certificate serial number as well, right? And it's sync state. We are good here. The vManage has a certificate now. Let me get into the CLI and walk you through the CLI again. Here we are. If you remember, we have seen the status to be not installed and not applicable. Let's run the same command again and validate the current status. If I scroll up a bit, you see here, there is a certificate and it is installed, right? And this is the lifetime of the certificate as well. Now in terms of vManage, we are good. We have downloaded the CSR and got it signed and uploaded it back to the vManage. In the network, we already have brought up the vBond and vSmart. If you remember, we just spun them up in the ESXi server. Apart from that, we haven't done anything. So we don't expect the vManage to form control connection or anything at all. Okay, so if I do a show control connection, there is nothing. So let's start bringing up vBond and vSmart in the consecutive videos. And once they are up, we should start seeing these control connections forming as well. Okay, then we'll catch you up in the next video. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it was informative. Do comment below for any queries or suggestions. The playlist for this complete Cisco SD-WAN course is available in the description box below and also here in the cards. If you want to encourage me, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you think some of your friends or colleagues will find my content or channel useful, do share, and also do not forget to hit the notification bell icon.